The aroma of stale coffee lingers as I step into the conference room. Dim, cold, unsettling. The hum of servers, the faint click of keyboards, everything feels like it's holding its breath. Papers lie scattered, untouched. No one looks up, just the hollow echo of my heartbeat pounding louder than ever. How did I go from being the driving force behind this project to fading into the background? Was it all worth it? Each late night, every code line I poured my soul into? Or was recognition simply an illusion we chase in this corporate desert? I pause, feeling the weight of silence settle in as I prepare to walk away from everything I built from nothing. Is this the end, or just the start of something new? My mind whirlwinds with doubts and hopes, unsure if I'll find redemption or if regret waits just behind the door. As I slide into my car, the city lights flicker against the damp windshield. Rain's been falling steadily, the air thick with that sharp scent of wet pavement and smoldering exhaust. I reach into my purse instinctively, and that faint rustle betrays me. Crumpled, stained edges of a memo peek out. My eyes catch the headline, dissected in hurried scrawl, the performance review I never saw coming. My heart clenches. How deep does the rabbit hole go? It's not just the betrayal by the company. It's the sting of knowing they undervalued everything I built, my work, my heart, my hours poured into this project from the ground up. Outside, the city pulses alive, unaware of the cracks beneath. And as I breathe in that cool, rain-scented air, a cold message pops up on my phone. They're watching more than you think, Dana. Shivers crawl down my spine. Suddenly, this isn't just heartbreak. It's a wake-up call. Time to play it smart. Time to turn the tables. The community center corridor is deathly silent, each step echoing in the emptiness. Dana stops just outside her door, clutching a folder, her work, her legacy. Yet hesitation claws at her. Behind her, the elevator dings. Ominous, mechanical, cold. It's as if time itself has paused, waiting for her next move. Her hand hovers over the door handle, trembling slightly. Then, from down the hall, a voice calls. Faint at first, then clearer. It's familiar but sounds unfamiliar, distant yet invasive. The air thickens, senses sharpen. There's rain outside, a scent of wet asphalt mixing with a nervous pounding in her chest. What's waiting inside? More silence? Or the truth she's been fighting to hear for so long? The moment hangs, suspended, her resolve wavering. Will today be her day to reclaim what's hers? Or will the darkness inside that room swallow her whole? The answer lurks just beyond the door, waiting to be uncovered. The rain's been falling all day, a steady drum on the pavement as Dana Whitaker sifts through her inbox. Her eyes catch on an unassuming envelope, no sender, no return. Heavy in her hands. She tugs it open. Inside, a faded photo. Her at her first project, smiling, confident. Nothing special, just a moment frozen in time. But then she notices the message behind, scrawled in hurried ink. You've been watched all along. That tiny phrase hits harder than the drizzle outside. Suddenly, betrayal isn't just a sharp sting. It's the iceberg scraping her beneath the surface. Who's really pulling the strings? Her own company? Or unseen puppeteers lurking in the shadows? Her heart pounds like the city's relentless pulse. The hollow feeling of being undervalued. The project she poured her soul into, dismissed with a few words and a cold goodbye. Now, the whispers of surveillance echo louder. Her fingers tight around the envelope. Tears threaten, but she breathes. This isn't just heartbreak. It's a wake-up call. It's time to flip the rest of the script, because someone out there has been watching her all along. And Dana Whitaker. She's no longer just the quiet hero. She's ready to turn the tables, on the betrayal, on the shadows, and step into the light she's always deserved. In that stormy city night, one question lingers. Who really has her back? The company's deep-run corridors? Or the unseen forces pulling strings? She looks out the windshield, rain still falling. An unwritten chapter begins. The dim glow of the conference room's fluorescent light flickers softly, casting long shadows over Dana Whitaker's face. She's been here before, resilient, ready, but tonight feels different. Her mind spins with the unanswered questions, the quiet betrayal gnawing at her. The offers, the visits from executives, the promises of recognition. She's seen this game before. Yet, amid the silence, something shifts. The camera lingers as a hidden feed reveals Logan, Merritt, and Thomas whispering in hushed, urgent tones. Plans, schemes. The scent of stale coffee mingles with the rush of adrenaline in her veins. It hits her like cold rain. This isn't just corporate drama. It's a chess match, where her worth is just a pawn. The realization slams hard. Her contributions, overlooked, dismissed, was never personal. It was a move for power. Who's really behind the curtain? Her heart pounds. She's been watched all along. And now, she's done waiting. Dana Whitaker isn't just going quietly. She's about to turn this story on its head. Behind closed doors, a silent game unfolds. One that will reveal who truly has her back and who's been pulling strings all along. The chapter isn't over. It's just about to get real. The phone hung up, voice trembling, before he could say a word. Instinct took over. I dialed Valerie instantly. Logan just called offing a consulting gig, I muttered. 6 figures. Valerie's voice was calm, but sharp. They're getting desperate. We need to move carefully. I nodded, eyes flickering to my screen. Have you been monitoring their product? She knew the answer. I had. Quantum Shift's client-facing dashboard. It was crumbling, massive downtime, frustrated tweets flooding their support account. Their stock, riding high on funding news, had already plummeted 15% last week. It's not looking good, I confirmed. Valerie's voice tightened. Good. I did some digging, too. Did you know Logan's been presenting your authentication system as his own to investors? A cold shock ran through me. What? I've got a contact on their board. Logan's been taking credit for your work for years. The investors were backing his vision, not knowing the backbone was all you. The truth hit hard. It shouldn't have surprised me, but it did. Dismissed, undervalued, and now robbed. This was a line I hadn't expected to cross. What's our next move? I asked, voice like gravel. Wait 1 more week, Valerie said. Let the chaos unfold further. Then we send a formal request to claim our intellectual property rights. I hesitated. Can I even do that? My mind spun. The employment contract said the work was within scope, sure. But this, my own prototype, my creation, developed on my own time, documented on GitHub from the very start. I brought it with me, tweaked it, made it so much more. That core IP, possibly still mine. Now the question lingered. Who really controls what I built? The corporate boardroom shadows, or the unseen force I'd always doubted? The game had just turned, and I wasn't going to be a pawn much longer. The glow from her laptop flickered across Dana Whitaker's face, illuminating a battlefield of memories scattered across her apartment walls. Notes, unused wires, photos of a project she poured her soul into. Outside, rain tapped softly against the window, mingling with the scent of damp earth. Her knuckles white around her mug, she stared at the email blinking from her screen, Logan Merritt's name carved on the subject line, but the words? Strange, almost sinister. The silence presses in, heavier than the ticking clock. Her chest tightens. Something's off. Something beneath the surface. That message, that email, does it hold a key? Or a trap? The screen dims for a moment. Then light blinks again, this time with an ominous new notification. Like a whisper amid thunder, the question lingers. What game is Logan really playing? How much deeper must Dana go before she finds the truth? And how much further will she have to go to take control again? The community center was dead quiet except for the faint hum of the fluorescent lights above. Dana Whitaker sat at her desk, staring at the screen, her blood pounding in her ears. Her fingers trembled as she clutched a small stack of documents, proof of her unseen, tireless work. Outside, the city's dusk cast long shadows through the window, the air thick with rain scent and a distant leaf rustle. Her eyes flicked back to the glowing monitor, Logan Merritt's name blinking ominously on the email. She knew this moment would come. The betrayal, the undervaluation. She had felt it creep in before. But now, it was undeniable. Her world was unraveling. As she prepared to finally expose the truth, her heart pounding harder than ever, a sudden knock at the door shattered the silence. Who's out there? And what are they after now? Her breath caught. Her hand hesitated. A shadow paused in the doorway. Thomas, her naive colleague, eyes wide, innocent. But Dana? She was eyeing that door like a lion ready to pounce. A wave of emotion crashed over her, anger, heartbreak, a flicker of hope. Her mind spun with the impossible. Could she finally use this moment to take back what was stolen? Or was this just another trap? Just as she's about to speak, the door creaks open. Who steps through? The room's heavy silence holds its breath. And with it, the story hangs on the edge of a knife. Then, everything shifts. And the question remains, whose move is next? The sterile glow of overhead lights flickered against the glossy surfaces of the community center, casting unsettling shadows along the stark beige walls. Dana Whitaker stepped cautiously inside, her footsteps echoing loudly in the silence that had settled since her departure. Her eyes scanned the room, a strange mix of familiarity and estrangement. The air was thick with unspoken tension, the faint scent of pathway coffee and burned-out ambition lingering. Outside, the city hummed quietly, rain threatening to slip through the cracks in the window's seal, a reminder of life beyond these walls. Her pulse quickened. Would she finally confront the truth behind the betrayal? Or would the shadows inside swallow her resolve? The elevator pinged softly. What awaited her on the other side? She hesitated for a moment, hand on the door, feeling the weight of all she'd lost and gained in this fight. Inside, her mind replayed every late night, every sacrifice, every moment she poured her soul into building something real. Some part of her still hoped that her dedication mattered, that her work would be recognized someday. But did it? Or was the CEO, Logan Merritt, just playing a game with her life, weaving a web of charm meant to hide his true intentions? As she stepped forward, the silence pressed harder. The flickering fluorescent lights felt intrusive, like a spotlight on her vulnerabilities. Just beyond her view, shadows shifted, colleagues unaware of what's really happening behind closed doors. There's a story untold, a truth buried beneath the corporate veneer. And Dana? She's ready, or is she? Will this be her final stand to reclaim her purpose or the moment everything comes crashing down? The air is electric with uncertainty, the room heavy with secrets. The elevator doors slid open a second time. Who's waiting for her? Her breath hitched, her senses sharpened. The corridor stretched out before her, momentous decisions ahead. As her hand pressed the door open, a thrill of anticipation shot through her. What's her next move? This isn't just about work anymore. It's about her dignity, her future, the fight to be seen. The story hangs on a knife's edge, every second counting, every step a gamble. In that quiet, the city's pulse beats steadily outside. But inside, a storm is brewing. Will Dana finally unravel the web of lies she's caught in? Or will the shadows swallow her voice? The moment is here. The stakes are higher than ever. And what happens next? Only time will tell. The room was heavy with silence, thick enough to hear the faint hum of the fluorescent lights. Dana Whitaker sat, shoulders tense, fingers clenched around the edge of the metal table. Memories flickered, Her first presentation, sunlight streaming through her community center blinds, casting long stripes across her focused face. She'd poured her soul into that authentication system, spent nights on end sketching ideas by candlelight, scent of burnt coffee lingering like badge of dedication. Now they claimed she had no stake? It's impossible to ignore that gut punch. Her hand brushed a framed photo of the team, scenes of early brainstorms filled with hope and ambition. Those moments felt like a lifetime ago. She touches her chest. Her heart beats faster. She remembers the promise she made to herself. Never let the system, her work, be erased. Every fiber of her being screams for justice and truth. The question is, will she finally expose the lies, or let betrayal silence her? The air thickens. Shadows shift just outside her line of sight. Her future hinges on these next few seconds. The door opens again. Who's behind it? A face, a decision, a fire. Something will change forever. Inside this moment, everything, her dignity, her purpose, her voice, is at stake. And she's ready, or maybe she's just beginning to fight. Dana Whitaker's name was whispered like a secret fragile as glass. She'd spent months, maybe years, crafting the authentication system that made the company's heartbeat possible. She remembers the first time she traced those faint blueprint lines on her laptop screen, fingers trembling slightly, fueled by caffeine and that fierce spark of creation. The scent of burnt coffee, its bitter edge mixed with the crisp community center air, still lingers like a badge of all-night grind. Her pride was pure then. She'd built this from scratch, believed in it. But now, her work's dismissed, her contribution erased. Her eyes flicker with a bittersweet glow, recalling those early mornings. Did she ever think they'd turn on her? That her dedication would become their weapon? The betrayal tastes worse than coffee gone cold. How did everything spiral so fast? She feels the weight of it. Her trust shattered, her worth undervalued. And now, in this moment of quiet storm, she asks herself, does she fight, or let it all slip away? Her future hangs on a knife's edge. The room's silence feels heavier than ever. Outside, the city's pulse beats on, unaware. Inside, shadows shift. Secrets threaten to drown her voice. She's ready to expose the web they've spun, to stand tall, or maybe, just maybe, she's only just beginning to fight. What's next? The room's thick with silence. Until that door opens, something will change forever. Her hand brushes the framed photo on her desk, scenes of early team brainstorms, the spark of hope. Those days feel like a lifetime away now. She remembers her promise. Never let her work be buried, never let her voice be silenced. The stakes are clear. The betrayal runs deep, and the question lingers. Will she finally reveal the truth, or let them silence her? The air tightens. Shadows move just outside her grasp. The future's hanging in the balance, and she's about to find out how much fight she's really got left. Sunlight slips through the blinds, casting a muted glow over the cluttered desk. I touch the edge of my old keyboard, feeling its rough texture, remembering those endless nights fueled by hope and coffee. The faint scent of burnt beans lingers in the air, a ghost of perseverance. I hear my footsteps echo in empty hallways, the quiet hum of late-night coding, trying to shape something real from nothing. Those moments, full of adrenaline, ambition, seemed so certain then. But now, it's different. The betrayal hits like a cold blast. How quickly trust evaporates when the ground shifts beneath you. The weight of feeling undervalued, dismissed after building so much from scratch, presses down. I wonder, how do you keep going when everything you fought for feels erased? The silence outside city streets continues, oblivious. Inside, shadows stretch long, secrets threaten to drown my voice. Have I lost myself, or am I just about to find what I'm really made of? I clutch the photo from that old team meeting, reminders of dreams, of promises made. The question now is, Will I finally speak the truth, or let them silence me? The room thickens with unease, quiet until something shifts forever. The door creaks open, a change in the air. I realize I've only just begun to fight. In the quiet shadows of her community center, Dana Whitaker pauses, clutching a faded photograph of her team. The city hums softly outside, lights flickering, rain scent lingering in the air. Her eyes scan the faces of those she built from scratch, visionaries, dreamers, fading into memory now. She feels the ache of betrayal, of work undervalued after countless nights fueled by hope and coffee. The weight presses deep, but there's a flicker, an ember of resilience. Could she have foreseen this betrayal? Or was her entire journey branded in ashes, waiting to be reborn? Slowly, her shoulders relax as she breathes out, a soft heave that carries relief. She turns, sunlight spilling across her desk, illuminating her face. It's a new chapter, born from the wreckage. Even now, she stands on the brink of something, not just survival, but a purpose waiting to unfold. Her fight isn't over. It's just begun.